ring.
Hello?
Hi, am I speaking with Evie?
Yes, you are.
Oh, hey, Evie. I'm not sure if we have spoken to before. My name is James Chan. It just happens that the reason I'm calling is because I work with families currently going through probate. Just to clarify my records, have we spoken or am I in the right place?
No, we haven't spoken before, but I get a lot of calls, but I haven't spoken to you now. I don't remember if I have.
Absolutely. Yeah, okay. Okay, so the reason I'm calling, as I said before, is I'm working with family currently going through probate.
Hmm.
And just wondering if you could give me like a quick minute, just quickly go through some of the resources we have available. And
Yeah,
I'm not
I have
even
a minute.
sure if any of this is going to be useful to you.
Sure, I have a minute. Go ahead.
Okay, so what we have here is we're created, and just think of it as a concierge service here for families currently going through probate like yours. Services that we have or resource that we have usually falls into one of the four categories. It's just very broad. Either we can help you with any property maintenance and repairs. If you have properties that need some cleanups, day sales, sometimes you might, I'm not sure if you're already currently working with a professional, but professional services like attorneys and accountants or financial planners. Last but not least, if you have a piece of real estate, we could help you either sell, keep, maintain, manage. So just wondering, any hardship, anything you're currently going through that you feel that you might need some resource?
No, we do have an attorney though. And as
Oh,
far as anything else, we're not really at that point. We're not too sure. We have to have a meeting with the family and get together before we even go to the next step.
oh, sounds great. Okay, sounds like you have pretty much everything handled at this point. You know what I could do, Evie, then, if it's okay, then let me shoot you some information, things that might be a help to you, and maybe we'll follow up in, down the road. But what I would like to is just give you some resources. One of the things you might find helpful is I give you a timeline of events. So this will help you when you have a conversation with your attorney. You could bring up certain blind spots that we have seen over the years working with families. Keep in mind, our job here is to complement any services or any resource that you already have. So goal is to help you save time and money down the road.
I appreciate that. You could go ahead and mail it to my address if you like, but right now, like I said, I don't really know what I need, so I'm
Yep.
gonna have to talk to you later. I only have a short period of time left.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I appreciate that. Okay. So I will send you is there by any chance would there be any email I could show you some links to our website, and we have some videos that might be of interest to you when you
I
could
want you,
review it at your leisure.
yeah, you can go ahead and just send it to the mail, and if I have any questions, I'll give you a call.
All right, that's good. Well, thanks for your time, and I look forward to speaking with you down the road. Oh, by any
Okay.
chance, just before I let you go, quick question: do you have any real estate in
We do, but we do,
I'm
but
sorry.
I'm like I said, I don't even know what we're gonna do yet. So I go ahead and send that to
Okay,
me, and I will definitely call you back if I need the
okay.
services. I appreciate your call.
Well, I appreciate your time, Evie.
Thank you.
All right, great. Cool, cool, cool. James, I thought that you were going to forget to ask about the real estate. As a matter of fact, as the call was felt like it was wrapping up, I wrote down you didn't ask about real estate, and then I had to scratch it out because you saved it at the last minute. Okay.
No, yeah, no, I learned my lesson. Always keep the door open regardless of what. Always trying to look for an angle to kind of have an excuse to call back.
Yep, yep. So I'm gonna kind of open it up for a little bit of feedback. I will save mine. I really only wrote three things down, which is really good. I think that those three things are a little bit big, but I only have three things, so they're going to be easy adjustments for you. Evie, do you have any feedback for James, or does anyone else have feedback for James? Critique that you'd like to share? If so, raise your hand. If Evie has anything, she can start.
I have a
He
question.
did.
Go
Oh,
ahead. Go
sorry.
ahead.
He
You go.
basically did really good. I like the way he had the conversation holding on.
Hmm.
I think it maybe just a little bit too much into the detail of what he did offer, not just kind of going over it. But that's what I was thinking.
Hmm.
But other than that, he did really good.
Yep. Cool. Anybody else? Any critique? Okay. So James, here's what I have for you. I think that the word "we" is leaned on too heavily through your call.
Yep, I
I
agree with you. I did
Yep.
that last time too. I forgot to change that.
Right, right. It's going to be a habit that you're going to work on breaking. So right now it's habitual because I've heard it from you before. I hear it from a lot of people before. You need to humanize yourself. And when you're a we, you're not necessarily a person or a human. Okay. So I would try to shift into still presenting yourself as a professional, still maybe talking about your team, but it should be my team, and you're an individual anyway, so this should be a relatively easy fix for you. You kind of moved through the structure really well. I thought that you did awesome on structuring the opening, going through conversation gate. Could I take a quick second? And then presenting your unique selling proposition, your concierge service. You did use the long USP though. And I don't think that Evie was really warmed up and friendly enough to just dive into this really long unique selling proposition, this really long kind of purpose for your call. For those that don't know what a USP is, it's your pitch. Okay. So James's pitch, to me, it felt like it ran 5 minutes. I know it didn't run 5 minutes, but it just felt like it dragged. Okay. And if somebody is not agreeable, they're just going to be like, hey, I don't have time for this. Click. Worse is they might just hang up right in the middle of it, not even give you a warning. So I want you to hold the I really help in 4 categories part back, because we do have 4 categories we help with, but I want you to hold that back. So only for the most friendly and passive prospects that you speak with. Otherwise, I'm basically going to say, Evie, thanks so much for the time. I want you to think of me kind of like a probate concierge. I help with really anything that you might face while you're going through the probate process. It's too much to really go into unless you're interested. Can I ask you a question? Do you have everything handled, or is there anything that I could take off your plate? And then let them ask questions about your services if they want. Now, we know that they're going to do what Evie did. 9 times out of 10, no, our attorney's doing everything for us. Okay, we know that. So if I know that, I just want to get to it as fast as possible, because that lets me move to the kind of validation. So you did great. Hey, it sounds like you've got everything handled. Okay, maybe I can send you some information. Okay, you rambled. Maybe I can send you some information. And then you proceeded to try to justify your reason for offering that information for about 2 minutes. I wish I was timing it, but you were trying to justify it, trying to say what you were going to send. You got way too into the recipe. So we want to sell the sizzle. Hey, let me just send you some details on what I do. That way, if anything ever comes up, you're looking for help, you can call me. Is that okay? Keep it short. Let me just send you some details on what I do. If anything ever comes up, you're looking for a little assistance, you can call me. Is that fair? They're usually going to say yes when you aren't trying to justify it too much. Okay, perfect. What's the best email? Okay. Now they might do what Evie did, just mail it to my house. That's fine, but at least I've set it up to where it's more likely to get an email. Now we can shift to real estate. Now, you had a hard time shifting to real estate because you'd lost Evie's interest. By the time you got to the real estate, she was kind of emotionally checked out of the call. So I want to keep moving this call along as quick as possible. Move from category to category fast before they just check out. She was checked out, which is the reason that she kind of shut you down pretty hard on the real estate. So, Evie, I really appreciate it. I'm going to let you go. Before I do, can I ask, once you get further along in probate, is there real estate involved in the estate that might be sold, or have you guys just not decided on that yet? What option did I leave out of the choices that I gave? Is there real estate that might be sold, or have you guys not decided on that yet? What's the option that I left out?
You left out the option that there was no real estate.
Ah, yeah, I did. I left that out. What other option did I leave out?
Are they
What
keeping it?
Are they
Keeping
keeping
the real
it?
estate?
Yeah, are they keeping it? So either no real estate or keeping it. So in other words, when I ask the real estate question, I'm kind of saying, hey, are you going to sell real estate? Yes or yes? Because we know that when they say we don't know, that means they're going to sell. Okay. So I'm saying internally, I'm giving them a yes or a yes choice. Are you selling now or are you selling later? I might not say, are you selling later, but I'm saying, are you selling or have you not decided yet? Now, at this point, and this is something that I've recently started doing, kind of giving the yes or yes option, because I know a lot of folks are saying, hey, have you decided what you're going to do with the real estate? And a heavy dose of those agents and investors are getting the answer, we're keeping the house. A heavy dose. Now, I know that the overwhelming majority of anyone that says right out of the gate, we're keeping the house, are probably just trying to get rid of you. So that's why I want to give them these 2 choices instead of open the door for 5 choices. I don't want to open the door for them to be able to lie to me. It's kind of like, have you not thought about it yet? Or are you thinking about selling? Now, if they say we're going to keep the house, it's more than likely the truth. Okay. So she kind of shut you down. There wasn't a whole lot further you could go. We'll see where the next call goes before we go into what to do if you find out that there might be a sale. Okay, but good call, really good call. I would keep things short. I would let me send you some information. Is that okay? Zip it. Don't justify your reason for asking, and then pivot over to real estate pretty quickly after you get a yes. All right. So before we
100%,
go,
100% agreement.
thanks, James. Yeah, awesome. You're getting good, man. I think that you just get a little over explainy. That's it. That's the only issue.